You're selling it. You're selling the
Asante
fashion.
sana. And the girls were like, no, you have a degree. Go look for our suits begin from 35,000 Kenya shillings.
Hi everyone, welcome back to A Girl from the Reeft and to yet another episode of Books Aside. I'm so honored and glad today to be hosting a guest of mine who moved from economics and political science to the world of fashion. So stay tuned as we get to know a little bit. Hi Matheka.
Hi to Sharon. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so glad to finally meet you.
Exactly. You
At
look
least.
amazing.
Thank you.
I like the head wrap.
Thank you so much. I also like the ambience and everything that is with your office.
Oh, thank you.
You look really, really good. You're selling it. You're selling the
Asante
fashion.
sana. Nashukuru.
All right. So I tulitaftana for a long time,
Sure.
and then you told me like you were a bit busy.
Yeah, that was December.
Yes, December.
Exactly.
Is that time of
Actually, our peak season with so much orders to be delivered within a very short time span.
weddings and stuff.
Weddings, Rora shows, plus people who are going to shags want to go there slaying.
Yeah, I know people.
Exactly.
So I'm so glad to have you. So I just want you to introduce yourself and exactly what you do.
Yes.
Yeah.
So hi guys, Matheka Maluki is my name. I am a fashion designer and a certified image consultant. I run a bespoke cloth line that we make ready-to-measure outfits, and our goal is to make sure that at least each and every gentleman and ladies have at least one outfit that is tailor-made.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you.
How did you start? Like, when did you start the Matheka?
Yeah.
Is it Matheka?
It's Maluki.
Maluki.
Yeah.
Wow. Unique name.
Thank you. Yeah. How it began? The year is 2015. After campus, I tarmacked for 8 good months looking for a job. It never came to pass.
No.
Then after that, one day I was seated somewhere around town. I won't mention the place. And then this revelation came to me that I could that I could convert my passion into an income generating activity. And that's how Maluki was born.
Oh, okay.
Initially began as Caleb Vazi. That was like my name, Caleb. Then Vazi. Then after some time, I chose to honor my dad.
Oh,
And I called myself Maluki Legendary, which is now my surname, Maluki.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that at least there's a touch of your dad there. There's a story there.
Exactly, there's a
Yes,
story.
what's the story?
The man has really been instrumental to my life. He's been there, very supportive. Whenever I call him, he comes through for me in ways that I can't even imagine. So I chose to honor him by calling the brand his name.
So let me ask you, from the time that it came to your mind that you're starting this nini, how was this business? Yes, is it something that you will meanza kitambo, like in campus? How was it with the fashion?
Yeah, I think I grew up with a passion for fashion. I have to be. Hiyo lazima ningesema pole.
Lazima.
Nisiebishe kamera. I grew up with a passion for fashion. All through it was evident, but I didn't know that eventually I will find myself doing this, like as an income generating activity.
Yeah.
So in campus, I was a suits person always. People will see me in suits.
Oh no.
Yeah, exactly.
Even in class?
In class, I was that suits person.
Wow.
So after campus, 2 of my lecturers approached me. And they told me, out of what they've observed me for 4 years, they thought that I'm into fashion industry. And they promised me that my first suit will be from them. So they told me instead of going to be employed, I should go pursue fashion. I didn't know how to start. I had no clue whatsoever on what fashion is all about. But I threw myself into it.
Imagine.
Yeah. No idea, no experience. I went searched for my friends, the ones who were there before, and they refused to tell me anything about the industry.
By the way, what is wrong with people? Like, it's not like I'm going to steal your energy or your thunder or anything.
Yeah.
I just need guidance.
Exactly.
Or mentorship.
Yeah. But generally, people fear competition.
Yes, true.
So if you are throwing yourself into certain industry where they're there, they feel like you are going to compete with them. So in most cases, they'll hide from you any information about that industry.
Yeah,
and that's how I found myself. That's the same template that I found myself in.
Oh, okay. So walikuwa wanakupeleka
up and down, let's meet tomorrow, let's meet on Thursday.
And it's so annoying. You better tell somebody like, no, I cannot be able to help you.
Exactly.
Unajua, that chapter closed.
Closed.
Next
one.
I know.
Yeah.
So how did you start specifically?
How it started? My church.
Ulianzia wapi?
My church, I used to go. Mamlaka Hill Chapel, to be precise. So one day, someone calls me. I was in Ufungamano house. Still jobless after tarmacking. I went to rest over there. They have a nice garden in Ufungamano, by the way. Check it out. So I'm in Ufungamano, resting there after my tarmacking. Then I receive a phone call from a person who had been given my number by a fellow churchmate.
Wow.
So these guys like call so and so, they make very nice suits. But I'd never made any suit. So they knew me as a fashion designer, though I didn't know how to maneuver in that industry. Wow. So the guy calls me, he has a wedding. And he wants me to make their wedding suits. We meet in Fungamano. After like 30 minutes, he explains to me what he wants. And I was like, we agreed to meet after 1 week. In this 1 week, I'd never gotten hold of a tape measure. I didn't know how to get measurements. And here I am, I'm supposed to meet all the groomsmen in a week's time.
Wow.
Pressure. So there's a fundi I knew, he used to be in Yala Towers. His name is Kefa. I went to meet Kefa, and I was like, hi, I want you to teach me how to get measurements. And the guy was like, no, you have a degree. Go look for our...
Seriously?
Yeah. Tuachie kazi ni yetu.
Seriously, people.
That's why the guy was like, wewe utawezana hii kazi. Wenda utafute kazi ya degree, tuachie kushona si tushone. And eventually, I convinced the guy. And he taught me how to get measurements. So in 3 days' time, I was perfect with getting measurements. But now the other thing was, how do I get the sample books? Because if I'm going to meet a client, I should show them the samples for the fabrics that we have.
Yes.
And the guy told me, he took my hand, took me to the shop that they sell fabrics. And he introduced me to them. I was given 2 sample books.
Wow.
So in this 1 week, I was really puffed up to go meet my guys.
Haujui kitu lakini umejichocha.
No, najua kuchukua measurements by this 1 week, and I have my sample books.
Yeah.
I wore my suit, went to meet them, took their measurements, and I think the first order was really crazy. I paid my fundi, he didn't deliver anything. The wedding was 3 months, so I have 3 months to produce the suits. In those 3 months, the very last 2 days to the wedding, nothing has been done.
2 days to the wedding?
2 days to the wedding, and I paid the fundi.
Lakini mafundi wanatuonesha ile maneno.
Exactly. So, 1 day to the wedding, he does the outfits, and they were pathetically done.
I know. So how are you going
the
to
measurements were
that?
crazy, everything was crazy. So I talked to the guys, they were understanding. They changed the theme for the wedding. So eventually, they went for khakis and shirts. Khakis, shirts, and suspenders. Because the outfits, they all flopped.
I know.
So that was my first order and the first blunder.
But it's interesting how you manage that situation.
Exactly.
The fact that you could convince somebody mwenye anajua amekulipa pesa yake yote and
Yes.
then...
I went out of my pockets, bought them khakis, shirts and suspenders to compensate the loss that they've incurred in the suits. And amazingly, those guys, they've really been supportive to me. They are still my clients up to date.
Wow.
The groomsman, he's been very supportive to me, up to date.
Nah, it's not like you say this is somebody you knew, who knew you, like useme ati uni beshte yangu tumetoka naye mbali.
No.
Total stranger.
A stranger, but they knew me from church. So
Yes.
the time they were given my number, when we met, they're like, hi, we know you from church. At least now we are in safe hands because we usually see you on suits. And my wife, to be, he had already spotted me. So the time I got to know that it's me, they were just on safe hands. They were like, hi, we're on safe hands.
At least it's
Little did they know
wow,
that I was to disappoint them.
But the good thing is how you handle the situation.
Exactly.
And the better part is the moment you handle that situation, hata kama umeflop aje, they came back.
Exactly.
And I'm pretty sure they're your biggest supporters.
For now, they are. Yeah.
I'm so glad. Also, kitu nyingine nataka kusema ni the way you're dressed. You know, you're selling your brand. Any true.
Exactly. In fashion, you should be the walking billboard.
Yeah.
People should see the fashion in you before you tell them that you're a fashion designer.
True.
And I usually tell guys, if you're into fashion and you find yourself having to introduce yourself as a fashion designer, you are not one.
Yeah.
The work should be seen. People should be asking, hi, are you a fashion designer? So your work is just to confirm, yes, I am. But if you find yourself struggling to tell people that you are one, there's something that you're lacking in you.
Yeah. So you're struggling to like convince. So how are the challenges like kwa business size?
For business, Of course, getting the right people to work with in terms of fundis, it's one of the craziest thing ever. Business too is low, and once you get into this industry, the name is already spoiled. Mafundi wanguo.
I know.
Everybody knows mafundi wanguo. They don't deliver. So the name is already spoiled. You have to really work hard to change that narrative and make people know that even if fundis do fail, there's this one person who will not fail you. That has been the hardest challenge.
Yeah.
Changing people's mindset, convincing them that they shouldn't go buy ready-made, but they will come to you and you would fail them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you all the designs you're doing, it's original designs zako?
Yeah, we sit down, do the sketch work with my clients. Then after that, they choose the fabric of their choice. We get their measurements. Then in at most 2 weeks, they have the outfit.
Wow. Wow. You guys, we have a fundi that hawezi kufail.
Exactly. In 2 weeks' time, you have your outfit.
Can you imagine? The thing that ina annoy watu ni the fact that I keep going to the fundi and telling
Kuja kesho.
Kuja kesho by 5, by 5 itakuwa.
Yeah.
You're getting there like hata hajaanza ndo anaharakisha.
Exactly.
Ay,
But pia ukienda kuangalia those fundis they charge you cheaply.
It's true.
That's why they mess you.
Wanasemanga cheap is expensive.
Exactly.
So how is it moving? The last time we spoke ulikuwa
I was in CBD. Yeah.
And then you moved to Kilimani.
Exactly.
How was it?
The transition so far so good. I can't complain. But I found CBD to be too crowded. There are so many people who we are doing the same thing. So I chose to go to a new environment.
Oh, okay.
Then again, even when I was in CBD, 60% of my clients, they came from Kilimani, Kileleshwa, Lavington, Karen area.
Yeah.
And they were always complaining that they don't come to CBD.
Okay.
Reasons being that CBD is too crowded, it's not safe for them, they don't have a parking for their cars. So it was to come closer to where they are.
Yeah, and then it is easier to access it.
Very easy.
So you had your clients in mind.
Exactly.
Take lessons, people. Have your clients in mind.
Know your niche market and go to where they are.
Absolutely. Wow. So I want to just like you to encourage somebody. Mtu mwenye anajua amekalia sat pahali. Amekalia tu sat anashindwa. Sasa where am I going? I'm waiting. Sipati job, sipati anything.
Yeah.
I have tried to look for people. I've tried to know people to get connected, but
exactly.
no. So how do you?
My advice to anybody who is watching this video, papers are really important. They will take you far. I can't regret the degree that I did. Though I'm doing something that is extremely different from that degree. But one thing that I learned from campus, apart from those papers, is how to talk to people. Right now, I can talk to any person. If they strike any conversation, I'll be able to sustain that conversation. Courtesy of that degree, it exposed me to very different people, to different ideas about life. So I can sustain a conversation with anyone. So don't sidariza makaratasi. But apart from that, you are there looking for a job, it's not coming. There comes a time that even the lion eats grass. Do away with those papers, but know that one day they'll help you. Go look for whatever job that is outside there, and sometimes the job lies within you. Go for your passion. It may end up to be very rewarding. So pursue your passion, or just look for any job outside there. Who knows? Through that job, you might end up meeting someone who will push you more, or even who will give you job according to the papers that you have. But for now, don't sit on your papers. Be on the streets. Do whatever it takes to just make a living out of it.
Okay. So I think I asked you this earlier.
Yeah.
Like uko nyuma, would you even consider to do a fashion show? Like showcase your, as in, I always find it, I don't know, I think it's the picture that we do have with designers. We expect them to call us, hey, we have a fashion show. And yeah.
For me, I think the nature of my business, number one, my niche market or my clients, they are not more into social media. They are very corporate people. So even like doing such fashion shows, it won't reach my target market. The kind of people who are very much thrilled by fashion shows, they're youngsters. For them, if I was to be doing something in line with them, they would be very much happy to see such fashion shows. But my clients, most of them, they're CEOs, company managers, they don't care about such fashion shows. As long as I'm doing a good job, good workmanship, they'll buy from me. Yeah, because again, we offer premium services. Our suits begin from 35,000 Kenya shillings.
Hi everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the kind of people who afford to buy such, they are not way much into fashion shows. Such things will not even thrill them. But if you do a good job, take to them, they'll buy.
So do you just make, like you've spoken of your corporate clients, do you just make suits peke yake? Is there something else? What is the kind of, yeah?
Yeah, we do suits and shirts plus kaftans, like what I'm wearing right now. But those fancy things, we are not more into them. We are more of a corporate brand.
So how do you get your clients? Okay, I understand like where the locations, like how did you get that first client mwenye akakwambia yeah, this is the kind of client I'm dealing with?
Anybody who's into business, don't you dare underestimate the value of social media. The digital platform is the way to go. I'm where I am right now out of that digital platform. Running ads on Facebook, Instagram, it's really helped. Most of my senior clients, I've found them through Instagram. Apparently, I don't know why, but for me, Facebook never seems to work for me.
Yeah, I think there's something with Facebook, but even I have had guests telling me that they're majorly relying on Instagram.
Exactly.
Because I think for the pictures and how Instagram is itself, so a lot of people tend to gravitate
my take is Instagram has quality clients. YouTube too has quality clients. But Facebook, you get those kind of guys, siku ubaya nye, but wasiwasutu za 7,000 wamejaa Facebook. And for me, 35K, I don't find them on Facebook. Yeah, but Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, you'll find them there. So for anybody who wants to start something, jitume kwa social media, run those ads, be there, be visible, get quality pictures, and you'll get those clients.
Quick question, or a final question.
Yeah.
Do Kenyans appreciate fashion? Like really good fashion? Wacha tuache hizi stories za kuna tu huku chini like fashion itself.
Okay, depends on which scope you are looking at. In Africa, Kenyans do appreciate fashion. We are ranked like number 3.
Oh.
We have Nigeria, we have Ghana, we have South Africa, then we have Kenya. If anything outside in the international scene, if anything is launched, we usually have Kenyans being among like the 3rd country in Africa to copy that design, that brand. So in Africa, yes, we are, but generally, comparing to the whole world, I think Nigeria is number 1. Then TZ, amazingly, they are slightly ahead of us.
How?
TZ, the good thing about TZ, they buy made in TZ. So they promote their country as opposed to Kenya. In Kenya, you'll find someone who takes a huge pride. I buy all my suits, they come from Italy. They won't be like, my suits are made here in Kenya. Imagine. So I think it's time we change that narrative to start buying in Kenya. But bado pia tusiangushe. There are people who come, they buy Kenya, and then you disappoint them in terms of quality, workmanship. So we've also contributed to many people choosing to buy ready-made or buy from another country because sometimes we offer substandard goods. So it's time we change the narrative, we do something good, and Kenyans will be way much happy to buy made in Kenya.
How do you deal with the competition? Hata kama umesema like uko kwa level ingine, but how do you deal with that?
Of course, competition iko, but how do I deal with them? Just make sure that I do the best. A good work will always speak for itself. So there could be many competition, but if you do a good job, that work will always speak for itself. Apparently, most of my works and most of my clients are referrals. And for that work to refer itself, it means that the work should be exceptional. So someone should see this suit, this is different from this. And they'll come for that one that is different, no matter how much you're charging.
And also put your customers first. I feel like the fact that people are referring other people to you, which means that you treated them really well.
Exactly.
To the point that they are satisfied with everything.
Very true.
Yeah.
I usually say that in business, we have 2 doors. You have an entry door and an exit door. There are many people who have an entry door and an exit door, all of them open at the same time. So a client comes and they walk out, never to come back. For us, we've tried to seal that exit door as much as we can, such that if a client comes, we retain them. There's no room for them to go. But nonetheless, they can't force a client. So when they kuenda, they will go, but they will never go there, outside there, saying that we mistreated them. We give them the first priority and make sure that once they come, we retain them as much as we can.
Okay. Thank you so much. I think we've come to the end of this interview.
Oh, it was that short.
Oh, you want more? Do you have more?
No.
Yes.
I'm camera shy, so
Uh-huh.
the shorter the better.
Okay. But I'm so glad that at least you took time from your schedule at least to honor us and come on board with this. Yeah.
You're much welcome, and
Yeah.
thanks too for coming.
All right.
It's an honor.
Yeah. So guys, I thank you so much for hanging out with us. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, and also buy good suits. You guys. Yeah? Okay. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
This leather, your leather. It's very compatible with this over here. It's adjustable to make sure that your things are in good order.
Pure leather.
Exactly.
This one is now.
And that's for men, but that's lexine, not leather. But hard lexine.
It's interesting.